My name is Jeff Warner, Territory Sales Executive for Fierce Distributing, and I'm here today with Chris, the owner of American Home Masters. And what we're going to do today is we're going to put some showroom flooring down, and Chris picked the product from Floor Nations. That's our LVT line. It's made in America, and I'll show you the selections here in a minute. But what Chris picked here was a product called Casa Blanca. This is a 9.25 by 59.25 plank, basically a 10 by 60. Has a 25-year commercial warranty and a lifetime residential warranty. Chris, why did you pick this particular product? What did you, from like a aesthetic standpoint, what do you think that's going to achieve?
We wanted something that was going to match our display here, and we're looking for something on a loose lay, something that goes down quick and cost effective for our customers.
Yeah, and it is very cost effective, and I'd like to mention it loose lays. Now we do have to put a perimeter glue down, and I'm going to show that in a second. But other than that, you just loose lay it, so it goes very, very quickly. Any minor undulations in the floor, it's very friendly. Clicks are good products, I won't knock them. These are not click products, but unlike click products, when you have some minor undulations in your floor, Chris, as you know, you can fill those hollow spots with slope. With this being a solid vinyl product with no rigid core, it's going to conform to your floor a lot nicer.
Also, if that gets scratched, we can also pull that out and put a new one in right away.
Absolutely.
So with a click and lock, we can't do that.
Exactly. Good point, Chris. Because with the click, you got to unclick it all back to the problem, put a piece back in, click it all. A lot of times you're moving furniture, things of that nature.
And it scratches.
Yep. And I really like what you said about complementing not only the countertop but the cabinets.
Exactly.
I think that's going to be a nice color for you.
I think it's going to work. I think the customer's going to like that.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get started.
Sounds good.
Okay, so like I said, with the Floor Nations, there's three lines. There's a good, better, best, basically. There is the Good, which is our Freedom line, and that's a full glue product. Use a pressure-sensitive adhesive. The Glory is a full glue line as well. The nominal thickness and the wear layer is a little bit better as you go from the good, the better, to the best. With the best, what you're going to see today, you can full glue it if you want, but it only requires a perimeter glue. So I have a pail of perimeter glue adhesive here, and we just had this laying around from a job, but any pressure-sensitive adhesive that's approved for vinyl products will be fine. However, Raskin does make their own pressure-sensitive adhesive, so I would recommend in any situation to use the manufacturer's adhesive with the product. But this is just display flooring. We have this laying around, so that's what we're going to use. You want to use a 3/32 of an inch notch trowel. You'll see it's a very small trowel, or very small notch. And all you got to do is take the small side and put a perimeter glue around the whole thing, and then you got to let it flash off. It takes anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes, depending on the environmental conditions, you know, how humid it is or how cold the substrate might be. But it's pretty warm in here today. I don't feel a lot of humidity. I'm going to guess we're going to have about a 15 to 20 minute flash time. When I put it down, it's going to be runny. When it flashes off and you touch it, it's going to be sticky, and that's when it's ready. So I'll go ahead and do that. Typically what I do is I come in, I put the perimeter glue down, then I go get my tools, put my old clothes on. By the time you do all that, it's flashed off. You go ahead and start to install the floor. So let's go ahead and put the adhesive down. And again, it's just one bead of the short side of the trowel. And like I said, this should take about 15-20 minutes to flash off. We'll get set up, get our tools set up. And really the only tools you need before this installation is a utility knife and a T-screw. So we got our perimeter glue down. Let's go ahead and get the tool set up, and we'll start laying her. And this is the display stand that Chris and Dave have for the Floor Nations display. As you can see, there's 16 SKUs. Now there are 4 new SKUs that are coming out in the stone look. And when I'm back at the office, I will show those to you. But it's a nice little stand, takes up very little floor space. About 13 inches by 13 inches by about 6 feet deep. Again, made in America, right in Ohio. We stock all 20 SKUs. Alright, so we're just waiting for this glue to flash off. A little more humid in here than I thought, so it's been about 20 minutes, but I'd say we got about 4 or 5 more minutes to go. So till then, we're all set up. We got the tools all ready to go, but I'll just kind of pan around the showroom here and show you what Chris and Dave's showroom looks like here at American Home Masters. And by the way, they're located on Route 30 in Jeannette, Pennsylvania. They do some real high-end kitchens. And they also carry some of our other products, such as the Florida Tile display, Atlas Concord display, of course Floor Nations, and some loose Anatolia, as well as Bella Vita, and many other backsplash displays. As you can see, the Bliss Glass Stone, Bliss Elements, Avenue Mosaics. These are great guys. They do really nice work, and I appreciate this opportunity to show you the Floor Nations here and see how well the Glory line works. Okay, so we're about ready here. When the glue dries, it dries clear, it goes down white, and it's about 75% ready to go. So I feel comfortable. It's a little thicker back in the back, but by the time we get there, it'll be set up. So really, as I mentioned, the only thing you need for the installation is a square so that you can put it down along your piece, store it with a knife. It's kind of like drywall. You bend it one way, you get a break, come back the other way, you usually get a really nice clean break. So you need a speed square and you need a knife. That's really all you need. So we're going to get started here. And we're going to time this. It is, by my watch, 5:20. It is waterproof. The seams butt together really nice and tight. I'll get to show you the cut piece here. What I'm going to do is just kind of make a line here where it needs to cut. Bring it back out. Grab the speed square and the knife. Got to apply some pressure, of course, like you would with any vinyl product. Store it twice. And actually, I didn't even have to snap that one and cut through. Sometimes if it don't cut through, you just bend it back one way, bend it the other, and it'll give you a nice even break. Chris and Dave had an existing ceramic floor here that was raised up about 5/8 or so, so they sheeted it, anticipating the thickness, which is 20 mil of this product, so that we would have a nice even transition that way, because customers aren't going to trip and fall. Now once I get the first row in, I just want to come back through with the straight edge and make sure I'm square. If I'm not square, we'll get in trouble down the road when we get closer. But they left me a pretty square edge because they're good installers, so I think we're good to go. Now, because there also is a loose lay, you do not have to roll it, but the full glue products are recommended to be rolled with your standard 110-pound roller. And the piece that cuts off, as with most flooring materials, will start the next row, so there's very, very minimal waste. Of course, we're going to put our cut joint along that edge. Okay, so we're all done. It actually took a little longer than we thought. It took about 35 minutes instead of 30. But we did have two 45s here that took a little thought. I have Dave here from American Home Masters. Dave, what do you think of the floor? How's it look?
Oh, it's great. Ties in the wall cabinets with the floor, a little bit of tone of the wood, ties the base cabinets in. Awesome.
Really
Awesome
does look
job.
good. I think it's going to help sell your cabinets as well as your countertop. But as far as the floor, as far as the butt joints, it being a loose lay product, did you expect for it to fit together this as nicely as it did?
No, I was a little skeptical, but now that it's done, it looks really great. Easy installation.
Well, good. Well, guys, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you to my son LJ for being the videographer. When I get back to the office, I'm going to explain the specs as far as the thicknesses and warranties and all that. But really appreciate the opportunity. I think it looks good.
Absolutely. Thank you much.
Okay, so this is the final floor, which you just saw, but I wanted to pan across it one more time. Again, Glory from the Four Nations. Really nice color scheme too. Look how they have that brown border of porcelain tile. Really beautiful showroom, but I think this really did it some justice. Nice installation, 25 minutes. And we realized, you didn't see in the video, there's a little speck of something under one of them where the seam was peaked. Pulled it up, pulled it right out, put it down. If that was a click, you'd be the next half hour pulling it apart and putting it back together. But I think it turned out nice. Okay, and we're back at the office now here. We just left American Home Masters, and I think that that was a great demonstration of the Glory line. I've been really excited to show that one on video. How easy it is to do. I can't emphasize enough. Clicks are good, I understand. They serve a purpose. When you have minor spalls in the floor, or you're going over something that you don't want to put down a new subfloor, clicks can be good. But here's the problems with clicks that you've seen resonate in all three of these videos. If you have a problem in the middle of the floor, you have to unclick all that material the whole way back. Keep track of your cuts, move the furniture, put your piece in, click it all back. Clicks have also been known to have some problems. Maybe not all of them, because some of the better quality ones, obviously you get what you pay for, might do a little bit better, but you get second runs from China.